you bleed, you will. Hey there guys, how are you? Sorry, I just got done talking about the Batman v Superman trailer a few minutes ago on the Flick channel. Link to that channel is down below if you want to see that trailer breakdown. But yeah, it's time for a brand new Q&A. It's been a very long time, I'm sorry. Just weird stuff's happening in life. I get very overwhelmed, very busy. Other things are taking too much time, and it's just... life, man. It gets crazy sometimes, and if you don't stop and look around, well, it could pass you by. And, yeah, so I've been drinking a lot of caffeinated drinks and sleeping a lot. And I actually was sick for like the last week and a half, sore throat, so if I sound a little groggy, if I sound like Batman from The Dark Knight, please forgive me. But anyway, let's jump into your questions, and the first one is, what did you think of the new Jurassic World trailer, John? Alright, so... let's just say this. Overall, I really enjoyed the trailer. Now, does it still have that magical vibe that the original had in 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg? No, this movie has a different tone, a different vibe, and stylistically, it looks very cold, very sterile. It almost looks like it has a blue filter on it. I know I'm getting weird right now, but let's just talk about the general aspects of the trailer. The first thing I want to say is, judging by this new trailer, this movie looks like it's really setting up this franchise of future installments of Jurassic Park movies. This movie right here, I would say, is basically saying, hey, the dinosaurs take over this park, and they're eventually going to take over the entire planet, thus giving new franchise opportunities to interesting movies. That's where I think they're going with that. And a lot of people were comparing this like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Same concept. That's the direction that they want to go with this movie. And for me, that makes sense. Like, there's only so many movies you can do set in a park. It's like, okay, they're in a park. They're on an island. Just leave the fucking island. They're there. They'll stay there. We'll be okay, guys. I mean, yeah, sure, we have pterodactyls now, but I can live with a pterodactyl flying overhead. Oh my god, it just ate my baby! So... yeah, that's the direction it looks like they're going with this. There's going to be some kind of outbreak by the end of this movie. But everything else, I do like early on in the trailer that they have some exhibits. Like they're showing the creatures in their habitats. The underwater creature, I forget the name of it. I just call it a big shark-looking thing. Just that's the scientific term by John Flickster. That's why I'm not a scientist. That's why I make YouTube videos. I'm just some asshole right now in his room wearing a Batman t-shirt. So I do like those attractions that they're showing early on in the trailer. That looks really fun. That's always kind of the aspect I wanted to see from the Jurassic Park movies, but you really never got it. Dino DNA. You are gonna have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour. I just hope Jeff Goldblum's in this new movie. What else is there? Oh, you have the new hybrid T-Rex. I also forget the name of the dinosaur, but it looks like a T-Rex jacked up on steroids that's super smart. And that looks interesting. It looks like he's almost too smart in this movie. And it's like, why would you genetically design a dinosaur that it's that smart? Like, you designed this. Why would you go out of your way to do this? Did you not think there would be complications down the road? No? Okay. But yeah, that looks really cool. And there's also a lot of rumors flying around that hybrid dinosaur will fight the original T-Rex at the end of the movie, like a Clash of the Titans, and I can't wait to see that badass thing go down. And also in the trailer, they really showcase that Chris Pratt is friends with raptors. Like, he trained the raptors, and I'm kind of curious to see the one scene where the raptors kind of like fight for him. That'd be really cool. So, yeah, as far as everything goes, it looks fun. It looks intense. It definitely looks like there's a lot of money shots. My biggest complaint is the trailer, there's so much CGI going on, and I understand that. I'm a fan of CG, as long as it blends into the environment. But some of the shots that they show, it just looks very CG. It looks like some of the animations are moving a little too quick, and it really stands out. So I'm hoping when I watch the full movie, it kind of blends together a little bit better than it is in the trailer. Alright, so anyway, guys, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna be coughing every once in a while in this video. So, by the way, how are you guys doing? Everybody doing alright? I know it's been a while. I missed you guys. I'm looking at all of you right now. Hey! Don't do that. I'm looking at you right there, man. So anyway, before we dive into the rest of the questions, I first wanted to give a shout out to an awesome website. It's a website I've been working with. It's where I buy movies. They have cheap deals on pretty much everything movie related. They have Blu-rays, steelbooks, imports, you name it, they have it. They also have energy drinks. Like random energy drinks for like Street Fighter, Ghostbusters. They're pretty good. I tried them. They like make your head want to explode, but you feel pretty good and tingly afterwards. Anyway, the website's Scylla.com. I'll put a link down below to it. Right now, there's a whole bunch of Blu-ray deals going on for under $10. There's a whole bunch of deals like $7, $8, $10 Blu-rays. So yeah, definitely go to Scylla.com. Check out the Blu-ray deals, and also subscribe to the website. And they'll send you emails of all the deals, and you'll be automatically entered into contest giveaways for free stuff. So yeah, if nothing else, subscribe to the website, get entered into free contests, win free shit. That's the motto of my life. Win free shit. So anyway, yeah, definitely check that out, guys. A lot of good Blu-ray deals, so it's a good site. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's dive into the questions here. One more cough. I'm sorry. All right. Tits. Sorry, John, I just had to get your attention. Here's my question. It's hard for me to do this, but if I had to make a top 5 movies of all time, or if I had to, what would be on it? It doesn't have to be in order. Thanks. Keep up the great vids. Well, thanks, man. And that was a good way to get my attention. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit cheap, but you got my attention nevertheless. Alright, so if I had to make a top 5 movies, and to be honest, man, with all the good movies coming out over the next couple years, this list could change. I mean, the Star Wars Episode 7's coming out next year, or this year. Batman v Superman's coming out. I mean, shit! But I really don't think either of those movies will be on my top 5. They could be in my top 20, but just a quick top 5 off the top of my head. And these are personal preferences. These are movies that, just for some reason I connect to them emotionally or one way or another. When I say top 5 movies or top 10 movies of all time, I'm not naming off the film noir films that critics would pick. These are just movies I like, but they have a lot of great aspects about them as far as filmmaking and storytelling goes. So it would be Stand By Me, Batman Begins, Shawshank Redemption, Point Break, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Those are probably the top 5 most enjoyable movies I watch. Like, those are all movies I just could rewatch 100,000 times. And I have. Alright. John, I got a question. How often do you go to the gym? He actually has a few questions. I go to the gym probably, I would say 5 days a week. 5 days a week, I would say I go to the gym. Sometimes maybe 6, sometimes maybe 4. It just depends. If I'm sore, super sore, where I can't even move my body the next day, well, I take a rest day. And then I go beat my own ass at the gym the next day. How tall are you? I am 6 foot tall. By the way, on a quick side note, from the few people I've met that watch my videos in person, everyone says you're taller than I expected you to be. Do I look short in my videos? Do I look like I'm 5'2" in these videos? I don't know. And what inspired you to start going to the gym? I think I know. You're going to say, are you thinking Batman? Well, Batman's a part of it. I would say the movies definitely are inspirational. Because when you watch a good Batman movie, especially like Batman Begins, where he's training to become Batman, you just want to do you got to do some push-ups. Like, you have to. You just have to do it. What inspired me to go to the gym? In all honesty, in about 2010, it was 4 years after high school, I was a lazy piece of shit. I wasn't doing anything. And in high school, I was somewhat in shape. I was, athletic looking, I guess you could say. And for 4 years after high school, I didn't do anything. I mean, I barely moved. Like, if I had to reach that far, I didn't want to do it. I just became so lazy. Sedentary is what they call it. So I just call it being a lazy ass. And I got really skinny, but weird skinny. All my muscle tone, in my arms just deteriorated, and I just got skinny arms. But, I was still, I had a little bit of weight that all went to my face, and I just looked like a weird alien on heroin. And it wasn't a good look. And my girlfriend at the time kind of like broke up with me. I say kind of like she broke up with me. And I remember just sitting around for a few months and thinking like, I gotta do something, man. And I just started going to the gym. And then, it became an addiction, and I've been doing it ever since. So that's how I started to go to the gym. By the way, there's a lot of workout questions in this, but there's also a lot of movie questions, so it's a nice blend. If you guys don't give a shit about working out, I still think you guys might enjoy some of the answers I give. But there's a ton of movie questions, too, and a lot of random weird questions also. John, aside from Batman v Superman, what is your most anticipated DC movie? I would probably say Justice League. I say that's the next one. I mean, there's a lot of other solo movies coming out with really great characters, but none of them are just like, oh, I gotta see that movie. I'm trying to think of one, but I mean, I definitely want to check them out, but I just want to see the Justice League movie. Hey, John, I was wondering, what kind of foods do you eat when you work out? I want to build muscle because I just started. What kind of food? You keep it simple. It's not that complicated. Eat a lot of protein. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that you have. So if you weigh 200 pounds, aim to eat 200 grams of protein. So if you got to do that by eating chicken, tuna, protein shakes, do it. Just eat foods high in protein, low in fat, and watch your carbs. You don't want a shit ton of carbs, just moderate carbs. Carbs are energy, but you don't need too many. So yeah, that's what I would recommend doing. Just eat a lot of protein. So like chicken, tuna, I eat rice also. One thing I also like to do is, like especially in the morning, egg whites. For breakfast, eat egg whites. But what I like to do usually is I'll make oatmeal. And then what I do is I'll put a scoop of my vanilla whey protein in there, mix it in there, and that's a good source of protein right there, and it fills you up. So little things like that. By the way, I will eventually make a full video, like a full Q&A video just about workout and fitness questions, because I get a ton of them, so I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that for the next Q&A, or maybe I'll just add it on to something. So yeah, look out for that. What do you call a hooker with no legs? A night crawler. I read that in the comments, and I really did laugh for a few seconds there. And then I cried. Good joke. Anyways, should you drink whey protein or not on non-work? The question should be, John, can you read? And the answer is, I never learned how. Okay, here's the question. Should you drink whey protein on non-workout days? Absolutely. The trick is get enough protein every day, however you can. So yeah, if you want to drink a protein shake on a day that you don't work out, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having too much protein. It is not going to hurt you. So yeah, protein is good. Drink it on your non-workout days. All right. Start a Kickstarter for a ticket to LA. If each fan gives you $1, you'll be there in no time. He's referring to a question I answered in the last Q&A where I said Movie Fights did invite me to go out there to do something from Screen Junkies. And I said, I just don't want to buy the $500 plane ticket. But speaking of Kickstarter and all that, I would never do a Kickstarter, but I am looking into Patreon right now. I came up with some really cool perks for you guys if you guys do become patrons. Like giveaways, cool stuff, maybe like special videos, things like that. So I am looking into doing that, and I probably will, in fact, start that probably early summer. So yeah, if you guys are interested in Patreon thing, or you guys support that, let me know down below. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts on it. And by the way, the reason I held off so long on that is I look at other people's Patreons, and I look at their perks, and I'm like, I want to make perks. I want to give you guys something back. If you guys support me, I want to give you something cool in return for that. That's just how my brain thinks. So, yeah, I came up with some really cool perks. So just look out for that. And when I do eventually launch it, I will let you guys know. Let me take a drink real quick. I feel like I'm talking really fast in this video. It's been a while. I got a lot of pent-up rage I want to share with you guys. Plus, like I said, I just talked about the Batman v Superman trailer, and it gets you excited. All right. Do you ever work out abs? Yeah, I work out abs probably every other day I go to the gym. And I keep it simple. Like some days if I don't eat a lot of carbs, I'll have abs that day. Like they pop out. Here's a picture right here. That's right there. I weigh 210 pounds right there. That's the heaviest I ever weighed, and I have abs right there. So, yeah, I do abs. I do the machine for crunches, but I also kind of spice it up a little bit. You know, I'll do different variations of crunches and ab workouts, and I do a lot of obliques and things like that. So, I keep it pretty simple, but it's effective. So, did you watch WrestleMania? I did, in fact, watch WrestleMania. Actually, I illegally downloaded it. I hear the cops knocking at my door right now. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. But yeah, I like to watch spectacles. I like to watch sports entertainment. It's the theatricalities. It's the intros. It's the theme music. It's really cool. And if anything else, if you don't like wrestling, think of it like this. Live action stunt work. If you like to see stunts in movies and fight sequences, that's what wrestling is to me. It's just cool to watch sometimes. And sometimes it's just like, what are they doing? Don't do that. But yeah, overall I liked WrestleMania. I liked the spectacle of it, so it was really cool. Hey, Johnny Guns, how do you deal with the haters and negative comments? I sum it up to this. This is the internet. Everyone can use the internet, unfortunately. And everyone who has an opinion will share that opinion on the internet. Sometimes that opinion doesn't make any sense. And sometimes it's so stupid you just gotta laugh at it. I can't tell you how many comments I've had, like asshole comments, and it's just like, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just like, I want to understand what they were thinking when they typed it. I just want to sit down in an interrogation room and ask them, like, tell me why you put that. I just want to comprehend it. I'm not angry at you. But then I think of an interrogation room, and I think of them just sitting there in the dark room, and I come up behind them like Batman and just smash their fucking hand on the table. But yeah, they don't bother me. And the thing is about YouTube, I don't make videos for people who don't like my videos. I don't give a fuck about those people. These videos aren't for those people. I make videos for people who want to watch the videos. Those are the people I care about. So, negative comments. Everyone gets them. Nothing you can do. Those people exist. It's fine. All right. Thanks for skipping my question again. Not mad. Still love your videos. I'm sorry, man. See, I would have just read it had you put it. Hey, John, would you rather be a girl Captain America or a boy Mystique? Ooh, that's a good question, man. So I could be a girl Captain America. That'd kind of be sexy to see a chick Captain America. I could dig that. But a boy Mystique, now that's not... I don't know how that would work out, because, like, Mystique, she's a female, so when she transforms, like, you can't really tell what's happening down there. But if that's a dude, that thing's gonna be dangling all over the place. You can't hide that. So, I'd probably go with the chick Captain America, you know? I'll go with that. Hey, John, I was curious, what does your family think about you making YouTube videos for a living? Well, I can tell you this. I remember when I first started making YouTube videos, like, years ago. By the way, I gotta show you guys something. I showed it on my Flickinger channel. I'll show you at the end of the video. You know, my friends kind of giggled. They're like, haha, blah, blah, blah. And then you cut to 4 years later, and it's like, I get to make videos for a living. Like, I'm happy. Like, and then my one friend works in a cubicle, you know, it's just like, see, that's why I started doing what I did. But yeah, you know, YouTube is just, I used to be embarrassed at first, I guess you could say, like, because I was a little bit shy, you know, I wasn't used to it. The thing is, once you find a little bit of success, then it's like, you don't feel as bad about what you're doing. You don't feel shy about it, because you're like, yeah, these people like it, then you should too, because we're related. But yeah, my mom watches my videos, my sisters, my brothers, they watch them every once in a while. So yeah, I guess they support it. Every once in a while they'll call me out on something weird I do, but I'm just like, that's what I do. And if you think that's weird, you should see the stuff I do when the camera's off. So, yeah, my entire family supports my my YouTube thing, so it's really cool. All right. Hey, John, what's the best performance given by any actor or actress ever? That's a really tough question. Where do you even begin with that? Do you start at the classics? I don't know, but I'm just going to go in recent years. I will go for like the last 2 years. And I would say a few of the greatest performances I've seen in the last couple years would be Jake Gyllenhaal as Louis Bloom in Nightcrawler. He was that character. You've just seen the character Louis Bloom. And I would also say J.K. Simmons from Whiplash, who played Fletcher. Give a retard a calculator who would try to turn on the TV. So, yeah, off the top of my head, I'd say those are probably the two best performances of the last couple years. All right. Hey, John, would you play in a reboot of Batman and Robin with you playing Batman in the nipple suit, Lights Camera Jackson as Robin, and M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, I added that, as the director to save mankind from dying? I'm sorry, humanity. You're going to have to burn for this one. In all honesty, yes. If I could be Batman in any feature-length film, no matter how shitty it was, how could you say no to that? I mean, how could you say no to that? Now, I wouldn't respect myself, and I wouldn't expect anyone else to respect me after that performance. It would be the worst movie ever made. I can't act. I'm not an actor. I'm a singer and a dancer and a mathematician. Actually, I'm neither of those things either. I'm just a guy. But yeah, I would do it. I would do it to save humanity. And to put on the bat suit, even if I had rubber nipples. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this Q&A, answering your questions. Sorry if it seemed a little bit quick. Actually, we've been talking 25 minutes. That's one of the longer Q&As, actually. But anyway, before I go, I wanted to show you guys this, and I shared this on Instagram, which, by the way, link down below. Check out my Instagram. It's where I post random pictures, my douchey workout pictures of me flexing, covered in baby oil. So I'm not really covered in baby oil. But I got this from YouTube. It's probably the coolest thing they've ever given me, besides the opportunity to talk to you guys. And I do mean that. But yeah, they sent me this for reaching 100,000 subscribers on the Flickpick channel a few months back. I sound like Walter White from Breaking Bad. But yeah, I hit 100,000 subs on the Flickpick channel a few months back, which was really awesome. And if you guys subscribe to that channel or this channel, I really appreciate it. I really do. To be like, I just don't. You guys are fucking awesome. Let's just leave it at you guys are fucking awesome. Without you guys watching my videos, what would be the point? So yeah, I really appreciate it, and that's really cool. This is cool. Like in 20 years, I can have this on my wall and be like, I did something in my life once. And that's all I need to say. That's what this is good for. So that's really awesome. Thank you guys, because without you, I wouldn't have that. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up the video there. And I'm sorry for the lack of videos lately. Just sometimes life gets busy. And by the way, once again, definitely check out Scylla.com for all your Blu-ray movie needs. It's a good site. And like I said, they have giveaways. So subscribe to the site. Link down below. And yeah, look out for some new videos. Once I start making them, I don't stop. So I got to stay on a roll. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And once again, leave your questions down below. Ask anything and everything. And we'll do another Q&A. I promise it'll be quicker this time. It won't take that long. I will do another one very shortly. So leave some good, juicy, I just said interesting questions down below. I'm getting tired now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.